Welcome back. We continue to hear about vaping-related lung injuries rising across the country. According to the CDC, there are 380 confirmed and probable vaping cases from 36 states and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And according to the Minnesota Department of Health, tobacco use kills more than 6,300 people in the state each year and costs the state $3.2 billion. Our Ubah Ali is digging deeper into what health officials are calling the vaping epidemic. Ubah.
That's right, Tom and Caitlin. Vaping-related cases continue to rise here in Minnesota. Health officials at the State Department say for months they've received at least 1 to 2 new cases per day. Now with 3 confirmed deaths and 45 more cases under review, healthcare providers are close to finding out what is causing acute lung injury and leaving people on respirators. The statistics are alarming.
25% of 11th graders report regularly vaping nicotine.
When you look at Noah Rollletter, you see a hardworking student and a part-time worker that knows a thing or two about vaping.
Your beginner levels, your intermediate levels, and then your advanced levels.
Because he vapes and has been for years, starting in high school.
So at this point in my life, it's kind of nice to have.
Rollletter vapes the e-liquid or juice with the lowest commercially available concentration of nicotine and says he stopped vaping after high school until the challenges of college picked up.
From high school to college, stress picks up, you're working, doing a full-time student, and it's just kind of a nice, my little vice in a way.
Rollletter isn't the only one. According to the Minnesota Department of Health, 95% of students indicated they know someone who vapes. And physicians like Dr. Javier Fonseca Fuentes at Mayo Clinic are concerned. As a pulmonologist, are you worried about the consequences of vaping?
I'm very worried because this can create detrimental effects in the lungs. We don't know yet what's going to happen to them. We don't know if people are going to survive from these.
As an addiction specialist, I would say that I feel very strongly that anybody under the age of 25 should not be using any type of potentially addictive chemical, period.
Mayo Clinic addiction specialist Dr. John Ebert says vape juices have 5 to 6 different chemicals coming from the aerosol from the devices, but that's not all.
You heat those substances with the metal coil that's inside this atomizer, you can create new chemical species. Those metals are then inhaled by the user.
So at Mayo's Inhaled Particle Aerosol Lab, Dr. Ebert is looking for answers.
We are struggling with the fact that these products are not regulated. There is really no oversight of manufacturing.
It's killing people, and it's important to generate more research ideas. This is an emergency among the healthcare providers.
The state health department says there have been 3 confirmed deaths, 97 lung injuries due to vaping, with 45 more cases under review. Rich Danella, the assistant state epidemiologist, says there's not a lot of answers.
We still don't really ultimately know what the cause of this is or what started this whole outbreak. That's just an unknown at this point.
But healthcare professionals now believe it's due to an illegal substance that is being vaped.
The thinking is that this outbreak is due to illicit THC.
I think what we're seeing with some of the lung disease out there is that it may be related to the use of these electronic cigarettes to aerosolize THC. I think there's a lot of evidence suggesting that might be one of the causes of this lung disease right now.
THC is found in the marijuana plant and is the main mind-altering component, but research on the chemical is prohibited.
We do not have the federal approvals to analyze THC.
Beyond that, those who vape illicit THC don't know where the product is being made.
We can't trace it back because it's illegal. It stops with the user. They might not even know the name of the drug dealer, and the drug dealer we can't interview to find out where it was produced.
Adding to the problem,
some labs, including our lab, have found vitamin E acetate in this liquid vape, in this e-liquid.
Yet another chemical that's harmful to human lungs. However, there's not yet enough research to say if that chemical is the source of all the problems. That's the common thread here. So many confirmed cases, not many answers.
We've been getting a little bit closer to figuring this out, but I'm not sure we're ever going to figure it out exactly. And so at some point we have to figure another way to address the problem.
I'm a little worried just because it is new and kind of undetermined, not a lot of scientific behind it.
However, one thing is certain.
These products need to be made safer, and that's really what we're trying to understand is what is the risk of the use of these products, and are there any design elements that could be leveraged to make them safer.
The state health department statistics say 1 in 5 high schoolers vape. That's 50% increase over the past 5 years. That's why Dr. Ebert is testing the aerosol. He says if people are continuously using vapes, it needs to be regulated to be made safer. Now, one main takeaway healthcare providers from all agencies can agree on is not to vape illicit THC or anything bought on the black market. Reporting live in studio tonight, Ubah, KTTC News.